Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel, where we break down the science behind the products you use every day. Today, we're diving deep into the chemistry of a superstar skincare ingredient, salicylic acid. You've probably seen it in your favorite acne treatments, exfoliating toners, or even in anti-aging products. But how does it actually work? What's going on at the molecular level that makes it so effective? Well, grab a seat, because we're about to unravel the science, layer by layer, and I promise, you're going to leave this video knowing exactly why salicylic acid deserves all the hype it gets. So, what is salicylic acid anyway? Let's start with the basics. Salicylic acid belongs to a class of compounds called beta-hydroxy acids, or BHAs for short. Well, let me paint you a picture. Salicylic acid is built around a benzene ring, which is a hexagonal arrangement of carbon atoms. Attached to this ring are two functional groups, a hydroxyl group and a carboxylic acid group. What's special is their placement. The hydroxyl group is attached at the beta position relative to the carboxylic acid, and this makes it a beta-hydroxy acid. This structure might sound like trivia, but it's actually the key to why salicylic acid works the way it does. Now, here's the cool part. This structure makes salicylic acid lipid-soluble. In simple terms, it loves fats. Unlike water-soluble acids, like glycolic or lactic acid, salicylic acid can penetrate oily layers, which is a game-changer for dealing with clogged pores and acne-prone skin. But we're just getting started. Let's see what happens once salicylic acid actually lands on your skin. Okay, picture this. You've just applied a toner or a serum with salicylic acid. What happens next? Well, the journey of salicylic acid through your skin is a fascinating one, and it all starts with its lipophilic nature. Because it dissolves in fats, salicylic acid can dive deep into your skin's lipid layers and even into the sebaceous glands, those tiny factories in your skin that produce oil or sebum. This is critical because these glands are often ground zero for acne. But it doesn't stop there. Once inside, salicylic acid starts targeting the culprits behind clogged pores, a mix of dead skin cells and oil, also known as keratin sebum plugs. These plugs are what cause blackheads, whiteheads, and pimples. Salicylic acid essentially breaks these apart, unclogging your pores and allowing your skin to breathe. And that's not all. Let me tell you about its keratolytic superpower. So, your skin cells are held together by proteins called desmosomes. Think of these as little glue-like structures that keep everything in place. Salicylic acid disrupts these desmosomes, breaking the bonds between dead skin cells and loosening them. This is why your skin feels smoother and clearer after using it. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just stop at exfoliation. Salicylic acid is also an anti-inflammatory hero. You see, salicylic acid is chemically related to aspirin, which you might know as acetylsalicylic acid. Both compounds share a similar mechanism of action. They inhibit COX enzymes, which are responsible for producing prostaglandins, those pesky molecules that trigger redness, swelling, and irritation. So, when you apply salicylic acid, you're not just exfoliating, you're actively reducing inflammation. How cool is that? Now, let's geek out a little and talk about the chemical reactions happening on your skin. Don't worry, I'll keep it simple and fun. First, let's talk about hydrolysis. On the outermost layer of your skin, called the stratum corneum, lipids act like glue, holding dead skin cells together. Salicylic acid's carboxylic acid group reacts with these lipids in a hydrolysis reaction, breaking them apart. This makes it easier for your skin to shed those dead cells. Think of it as a gentle chemical scissors cutting through the bonds. Then there's the disruption of keratin's hydrogen bonds. Remember, keratin is a protein that makes up your skin, and it's packed with hydrogen bonds that give it structure. Salicylic acid's hydroxyl group can interfere with these bonds, weakening the keratin and allowing your skin to naturally exfoliate. It's like unlocking a puzzle, one bond at a time. And let's not forget its anti-inflammatory action. The phenolic hydroxyl group in salicylic acid interacts with the active site of COX enzymes. This blocks the conversion of arachidonic acid into prostaglandins, which are the molecules behind inflammation. This is why salicylic acid can calm down angry red pimples so effectively. So, what does all of this chemistry translate to for your skin? For starters, it clears pores like a champ. By dissolving sebum and breaking apart keratin sebum plugs, salicylic acid tackles blackheads, whiteheads, and even cystic acne. It also stimulates skin renewal. When the outer layer of dead cells is shed, your skin is prompted to produce fresh, new cells. This process even boosts collagen production, which can improve skin elasticity and reduce fine lines. On top of that, salicylic acid's low pH environment is bad news for acne-causing bacteria like Cutibacterium acnes. By lowering the skin's pH to around 3 to 4, it makes it harder for these bacteria to thrive. And let's not forget its ability to even out skin tone by helping fade dark spots and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's basically a multitasking skincare superhero. Side effects and how to use it safely. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility. Salicylic acid isn't without its side effects. Overusing it can dry out your skin or even damage your skin barrier. This is why it's super important to follow the recommended usage for your product. Start slow, maybe once every other day, and always pair it with a good moisturizer. Oh, and sunscreen is non-negotiable. Salicylic acid can make your skin more sensitive to UV rays, so protect that glow. So, who should be using salicylic acid? If you've got oily, acne-prone skin, it's a game changer. But if you have dry or sensitive skin, you might want to tread carefully. There are gentler exfoliants out there, like glycolic acid, which also hydrates while it exfoliates. Before we wrap up, here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that salicylic acid is found naturally in plants like willow bark and wintergreen leaves? In fact, its use dates back centuries. Ancient civilizations used willow bark extracts to treat pain and inflammation, long before we knew the chemistry behind it. Isn't it amazing how nature and science intersect? And there you have it. The chemistry of salicylic acid explained. From its exfoliating power to its anti-inflammatory effects, this beta-hydroxy acid is truly a skincare powerhouse. If you've tried salicylic acid, let me know your experience in the comments below. Did it work wonders for your skin? Or are you curious to try it now? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more science-backed skincare insights. Until next time, stay curious and keep glowing.